Welcome to this week's WOD After the WOD. Over the next few weeks we're focusing on pistol squats and handstand work. So this week I'd like to emphasize a little bit of mobility for the pistol squat. We're going to be working on ankles, hamstrings, quads, hip flexors, and antib. And I know that sounds like a mouthful, but bear with me because we're going to hit a lot of these at the same time. Our first movement in this sequence, we're going to be rolling the anterior tibialis. So we're going to be going along either side of the shin bone here. And for this one, you're going to need a set of biddy balls and something to raise those up off the floor, like maybe a block or a book or something like that. Okay? So all we're going to do is put those balls in the middle of that block. You're going to put the middle of your antib on those balls and put pressure on it. And you're going to roll up to the knee and down as far as you can. And just roll back and forth. If you find something sticky, then press and hold. And if you need a little more pressure, you can use your other foot for more pressure and roll. Whew. We're going to work on a little bit of that extension of the foot back here. We're going to be hitting our hamstrings and we're going to be hitting our calves all at the same time. So you're going to take those balls out of the bag, and ideally you want to go into 3 positions here. We're going to start with it right in the crease behind the knee on both sides, and you're just going to sit back and hold. Now as these balls move lower and lower down the calf, it's going to get a little bit more intense, but here you're stretching the top of the foot, you're rolling out the calves, and you're rolling out the hamstrings at the same time. Number 2, move those balls about an inch or 2 down your calf to the fleshy part right in the middle, and sit back and hold. You can move your hips side to side. It's a little more intense. And number 3, down to the base of that calf, a little higher up the hamstring. And you can even sit back here if you like. Kind of open that chest up. Oh. And number 3 is the couch stretch, and I know you guys have seen this one before. But to get into this position, you're going to start on all 4s. You're going to put that foot up the wall and keep that foot, the top of the foot, in extension to continue that stretch. I like to use a mat or something, but you could put your foot on your couch, which is what it's meant to be done for while you're watching TV or something. And you're going to get that front foot out in a lunge. You're going to sit up, keep those hips nice and square, and just hold this stretch for about 90 seconds to 2 minutes. For this last stretch, we're just going to be working on the flexion of the ankle. So you're going to use a band, and the thicker the better because it is a little more comfortable. It's going to be against your skin, unless you're wearing a tall sock. Put the band around an upright, about ankle height. You're going to step into the band, and then basically just step out as far as you can. Once you're out as far as you can, you're going to drive that knee, the back knee, down to the floor while keeping the ankle glued to the floor. Do your best to relax the foot here and just let the band do the work. Obviously, a lot of us don't have a band or an upright at home that we can use to do this stretch. So an alternative way to improve that ankle flexibility is to just get up against a wall and just move forward and back and try and get that foot as far from the wall as you can without that heel coming up off the floor.